We start our broadcast with a conversation about our kids. They've been through so much in this pandemic, resilient through shutdowns and remote learning, now back to school for another year. But you know, there's a cost to this monumental shift in their way of life, and we're starting to see that now. Test scores are dropping at an alarming rate, according to something called the Nation's Report Card, a national assessment of 9-year-old students run by the U.S. Department of Education. Since 2020, average scores fell 5 points in reading. That's the highest drop since 1990. And math scores dropped 7 points. That's the only recorded decline ever. And it gets worse. Achievement gaps have only grown larger. So students who were already struggling had even lower scores, with students in the 10th and 25th percentiles bearing the brunt of the impact. Plus, the achievement gap between black and white students has grown. It's now the widest this assessment has reported since 1978. On average, math scores for black students are 33 points lower than white students.
We have to have more time on learning, and whatever way we can get it done. But it's more than that. We also need to focus on the whole child. There's a lot of evidence that students are struggling in terms of mental health. Their behaviors in schools are more concerning than before. There's a lot to be done on the social emotional learning component of this problem.
The people running the test point out they do think we're in a better spot than we were early on in the pandemic because of access to technology, more teacher training, and even changes to how our kids are taught. And we've seen that here in our area, with administrators doing what they can to battle learning loss at schools across the metro. We've checked in before with the people at Gordon Parks Elementary, a charter school in Kansas City, Missouri. Administrators there moved students to a year-round schedule to combat learning loss, while working to help the whole child and their families.
But during the summer, when the kids have 10, 12 weeks off, there's always a learning gap that occurs. And accompany that with the pandemic, and you're already trying to catch kids up from being either virtual or not being in school and having to relearn.
The school year is just 31 days longer, but administrators are hopeful it'll make a difference. Of course, this is just one of many strategies being used by districts in our area. Let's get to the heart of the matter with two local superintendents. Please welcome to the program Dr. Mike Kimbrell from the Park Hill School District and Dr. Mike Slagle from Raymore Peculiar Schools. Thank you both for coming in and discussing this issue. You represent two different districts on both sides of Kansas City. I'm curious, how are your educators noticing learning loss? How are you working to curb it? You say it's more of an interruption.
Right. We're looking at our data, and it's not like our students regressed over that time, but they did not learn to the greatest rates that we had anticipated and expected prior to the pandemic. So we're calling it learning interruption and tackling that in a variety of ways.
How do you do that?
Well, one way is with the tutoring, after-school tutoring. We had our largest summer school class this year. We are really pushing that and really opening some new ways to take a look at our learning interruption, making sure our teachers have the time to be the professionals that they need to be in the classroom.
Mike, does it involve some creative thinking? Because, I mean, this is uncharted territory for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you know, we have had to rethink time, people, and resources both during COVID, and then now we have to take those learnings that we had as an organization and move those forward. So time, Dr. Slagle has talked about summer school, and we've got time there, so how do we put resources and have additional interventions and supports for students, specifically after we look at that data and say, okay, we need to help these students with reading and math and be very, very focused and be able to offer them more time and helping maybe fill some of these gaps.
Yeah, and you both mentioned either after school or summer school. Does this extend learning, or where it needs to be? Does that go home with the kids as well?
Yeah, I think time is a two-pronged issue. I think first the classroom time that our students need, so additional summer school, additional tutoring hours, but really the time that our teachers need to look at data. So what we've done is we've built in 9 additional days this year to our school calendar where teachers are going to look at data throughout the school year and be able to adjust instruction and activities to meet learning needs.
Thankfully, kids are back in school, right? But I imagine this is no overnight fix. Do you then have a short-term plan and a long-term plan?
Yeah, I think that you know, the immediate is taking care of kids and staff. We're coming off of a very difficult couple of years, and so we've got to make sure that just from an emotional standpoint that we're taking care of folks too, because that learning is not going to occur at the rate we need it to unless we take care of people first. And so that's our immediate challenge, is to make sure that we're meeting kids where they're at and helping from an emotional and transitioning back into whatever the new normal would be. Long term is looking at data, it's identifying where kids are and setting up structures so that we are making sure that we give them all the resources that we can, whether it's technological or human resources, to ensure that they have a better chance of closing those gaps, specifically in those foundational skills.
We've mentioned the nation's report card a little while ago showing achievement gaps are growing across the country. The numbers show students of color especially are being hit very hard by learning loss or learning interruption. How do you help these students, and how do you help them without singling them out?
Yeah, first of all, I think region-wide, nationwide, we understand the challenge in front of us, and we understand the challenge we've just come through. I think here in the Kansas City region, we work together very well, sharing ideas, stealing ideas, whatever we need to do to move it forward. And our teachers are 100% committed to making sure that we do the best, put the best foot forward moving for our kids.
I have to imagine this is a difficult conversation to try to broach with parents, because they're dealing with so much. They've been raising the kids through the pandemic, which we're still in. How do you work with them to say, hey, here's what we're going to do, we need your help too?
Well, I think it's talking to them. I think of just, the start of the school year for me and having the opportunity to sit down with PTA groups and parent groups and just allowing them to ask questions. It's nice that we are maybe coming out of a pandemic in which we can be more in person with these events, and we can just have these touch points, and again, taking care of their needs too. So we have some other challenges around, for a couple years we had free meals for every student because of federal dollars that were provided to us, and that's now not available, and so we're having to figure out strategies to make sure that the kids that most need essential things like food or other resources, that we're helping fill that gap for them.
That goes far beyond the classroom.
Indeed.
All right, Mike Kimbrell, Mike Slagle, thank you so much for your